Hi, Nate.
Hello.
Uh, why we start early today is because I had other lessons with other people, and I expanded my theory about language learning. Remember we talked about the bridge thing, the language as a tool. Remember that?
Yep.
Okay, good. I wanted to give you
Do
the.
you want to turn on your camera?
Say it again.
I cannot see you. Do you want to turn on your camera?
Oh, you cannot see me?
Correct.
Uh, well, I don't know.
Move your mouse over the blue screen down at the bottom. You're going to.
But why I can see you clearly?
Yep. I have my camera on. So you have your camera currently turned off. So if you move it over to anywhere in Skype at the very bottom, you'll see 3 blue buttons and the red button for hang up. At the far left of the red button, there's a blue button that should say turn on video. If you hover over it, it looks like a little video camera.
I see. Little video camera. I see here.
Yep.
Okay, how about that? Oh, whoa, what's going on here? Is that good? Can you see me?
It's loading something.
Is that okay now?
It still says it's loading something.
But anyway, this is mostly theory. You can listen to me, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's just theory. You don't need to look at me. You already know me, and you just listen to what I shared with other people. I expanded basically my theory about what we regard the language. I just want you to listen. Gave you this part. I don't want to forget it. So later on, I can readjust, restart the machine, or anything else. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Remember the other day we talked about the bridge theory and the tools. The language is a bridge. Remember the mother tongue thing?
Yes.
Okay, that part, let me repeat. Rephrase it. You can look at or think about that as 2 parts. One is, it's regarded to the language mechanism, of course. One is the physical part. The physical part. It's related to your organs of voice, like your tongue, your soft part of your mouth, your vocal sound belt, whatever you call it. I think there's a term. And your lips and your teeth, everything physical. Remember that part?
Yes.
Okay, we talked about that. That part is one of the language, very important part, is called a physical thing. The other part I talked about is the psychological or biological part. That's called concepts. I think you didn't get this one. The concepts, that's actually is a conscious flow. It's concepts related in your head. When you speak a language, you have to let it flow, form sentence by sentence, so that you can speak it in a very fluent way. Okay? Let's say if you have a good practice on your lips, on your tongues, have your mouth, the organism, the physical thing, organized in your head to pronounce the words correctly. Everything. But you don't have ideas. You don't know what to say. You don't know much about it. How can you say speak fluent foreign language? You cannot. You cannot speak Chinese or English either way. All right? So this is the part related to you as the practice of concepts. Get it?
Yes.
Okay. You have to have the sentences already formed in your mind before you can let them out. Get it?
Yes.
Okay. That's a part we need to stress. And the third part is bridge theory. We already talked about that, so I don't want to repeat again. One is called a mother bridge, the other is called a foreign bridge. You have to build the two, okay? Get it?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk about how to build up the foreign bridge in your head. There's 6 parts you have to remember. 6 parts. Number 1, the phonetics. The phonetics. That is the vowel sounds and the consonants, and both. There's like 20-something consonants. There's like several dozens of vowel sounds, and combination of vowel sounds, like a double or triple, whatever it is. Then you have to practice very accurately, very sensitively, very particularly to make it absolutely correct. All right, we stress that part. Why repeat the phonetics here on the board? Why we do that? Because I want you to get that part. You have to practice. It's not enough. Listen to me in class. It's far, far from enough. You have to practice a lot to get phonetics correctly, no matter it's a consonant or vowel sound. All right? Get it?
Yes.
Okay. The second part, B, is tones. As I said before, tones are difficult to learn. At the beginning, you imitate. You imitate other people's tones, the native speakers. For your case, it's me. You imitate my tones, how to speak Mandarin, okay? How to go up, down, or V shape, or even, whatever it is. You have to follow this. This is the fundamental difference between the two languages. Fundamental. If you say phonetics part is related somehow to the international phonetics, but for the tones, they are very, way different. All right? You have to learn this part. Pay particular attention, at least as equal as the first one, the phonetics one. Pay that much attention. That's very important. The third one, C, is sentence. You have to practice each sentence correctly and do it again, till you can pronounce it, speak out very accurately and very correctly in whatever way it is, in phonetics, in tones, and things like that. Sentences, okay? That is to combine subjects with verbs, with auxiliary verbs, with predicates, with objects, whatever, to make a sentence, as we said last time. Remember that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sentences, this is the part, pay particular attention to make them sound correct. Only by pronounced sentences well, you can understand, you can say the language well. Otherwise, you cannot. You probably can pronounce, utter the phonetics correctly, or even imitate the tunes correctly. But when we combine them together to make sentences, you still probably have a difficulty to do it the way it should be. That's because it requires more skills, more practice, and things like that, okay? Remember that part. So sentences. Number 4, D, I call it language flows. Language flows. What is flowing here? Sentence by sentence. Sentence by sentence. Without this, you speak, if it's in English, we call it spoken English. If it's Mandarin, we call it spoken Mandarin. You cannot coherently, consistently, and without any interruption to express yourself in the flow of sentences, in several sentences. Okay? So remember this part. You have to let several sentences form a river flowing through your mind. Okay? To speak out, to pronounce it the way it should be. Alright? They should be. Okay? To make the flow very smooth. Get it? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, understand this. And the next one, E, is situation. That's language situation. What kind of situation you do? You have, right now, we have class language situation. That, or I can say that it's called a spot. What is spot? You are facing a teacher. Okay? Whatever you learned is in classroom environment. That is far, far from enough. Because when you learn things, when you use another language, when you build this foreign bridge, you'll face many, many different situations. Okay? Even you talk to people online, it can be casual talk, it can be academically a little bit serious, it can some intense moment, things like that. During daily life, it's the same thing, all right? The President Obama, when they make a speech in the Congress, it's one tone, one manner of speaking. But when Obama talks to his wife, to his kids at home, it's another thing, all right? Does it make sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
But normally, as a language learner, we don't know the difference. We use one kind of attitude or tones or whatever in all situations. That's a big mistake. Okay? So try to tell the difference. Try to be sensitive to each different environment, that is language spots, to select the correct tone, correct sentence, correct flow, correct everything to express yourself. Okay? That's the idea. The last one is typical spot, language spot. That's E, typical. Choose the typical one. Okay, as a person learn a foreign language, as a mother tongue, it's the same thing. You have to select different situations to talk about using different grammar, tones, phonetics, words, flow, everything. Because when you talk to your family, it's one thing. When you talk to the public, it's another thing. When you talk to the policeman, it's one thing. When you talk to a lady, it's a different thing. Get it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what you do is we select typical environment. Typical, that's a word. We practice hundreds of times to make sure in this kind of situation you are good at it. You know what kind of tone or words or sentences you need for this. Okay? That is the point. And okay, so far I think these are the whatever you missed from other when we talked about general theory. Now I'm going to restart the machine to let you see me, and we'll finish the practice. We'll start the class now. So it's exactly 6. Okay. So this is the part I don't want you to miss because I gave to other people. You understand? All right. Give me 1 minute. We'll do it. Okay?
Okay, great.
Yeah. Thank you very much.